Hi there, this is Jameson Pack of Lexer Financial Strategies, and we appreciate you taking the time to visit our website. We added this short video to demonstrate for you an example of your average American middle-income family and what they might be able to expect in their retirement years using real numbers and actually giving them some favorable conditions. Now, for many people, when they first see how short of time it takes before their savings run out of retirement, it's not as pleasant as they had hoped for and expected. It's an unfortunate fact that most families spend more time planning vacations than their retirement, and the numbers will help prove that. Actually, most families will run completely out of money within 5 years of their retirement and then be forced to rely on some type of government assistance like Social Security. And of course, we all know how shaky Social Security is at this point. At Lexer Financial Strategies, our objective for our clients in regard to their financial plan is to remain as independent as possible of the government, of their employers, and the stock market. And we want to help maximize the control our clients have over their money and not have to rely on anyone. So let's move forward and let me explain for you the numbers I'm using for this example. We have a couple. Their names are Bob and June. They're both 35 years old and they would like to retire at age 65. We're giving them a life expectancy of 85 years old. Of course, we have no idea what that will be, but we'll say 85. Now, they make an annual and combined income of $91,000, and they have right now at this point $35,000 in accumulated money. What that is money they have saved up in savings and investments. So they have $35,000 at this point. Their annual savings rate is $10,000, and that's actually much higher than your average family at this point. The average is more like 3 to 5% of annual income, and Bob and June are at 9.1%. So they're pretty far ahead of your average family. Now, the growth rate assumptions. The accumulation period is during Bob and June's working years. So that's for the next 30 years. They think they can get an 8% return on average every year on their accumulated money. Now, whether that happens or not, may or may not happen. But for the sake of argument, we'll say, okay, we'll have you averaging 8% return every single year. The distribution period is during their retirement years. Bob and June want to pull their money out of their higher risk investments that they have their money in now and put that money in safer places. Of course, they're not going to earn as high a rate of return, but that's okay because they don't want to risk losing their money. And as far as inflation goes, we're going to give an average of 3% every single year. Now, I didn't include any defined benefits like Social Security. I wanted to show the example based on not relying on anyone and see what they can do by themselves and see how long that income lasts for them. So I'll press calculate. Now, as you can see at the top left corner, Bob and June, by the time they retire, will have accumulated over $2 million. Now, $2 million is a lot of money. They did, based on average standards, of an excellent job in saving for their retirement. The only problem is Bob and June want to maintain their current lifestyle that they enjoy today during their retirement years. Well, this annual withdrawal column, that is their annual income every year. In future dollars, it's the same as making $91,000 a year right now. Or at that time. So the problem is if they take out that much money, if they maintain their current lifestyle, they actually run out of money at age 74. So that $2 million only lasted them about 9.5 years, and then they have to rely on some type of government assistance to pay their bills and live off of. Well, you might say, okay, well, I don't expect to have a mortgage by the time I retire, and I can cut some expenses, and so forth. Well, let's just see how much they need to cut. We'll see how long that $2 million lasts them till age 85. Okay, over here on the right side, this right column is the future dollars amount that they're able to take out, but the present value of that money is only $43,174. And this is for the both of them. And that's before taxes. Okay, is Bob and June, is that what you want? Does that sound like the retirement that you expected, that you saved a lot of money every single year and worked till that retirement age, and is that what you want? Well, probably not. Well, the next logical response is, well, maybe we can get a higher rate of return on our accumulated money. Well, let's see what kind of return they actually need to get to be able to maintain their current lifestyle. Okay, so they actually have to get almost 12% return, 11.72 on average every single year for the next 30 years. Historically, the numbers are much lower, and of course, in order to try to get that high rreturn, they're also going to have to encounter more risk, more than likely. Well, is 11.72 realistic? Not saying it can't happen, but it probably won't. So, okay, well, maybe that's not the answer. Well, Bob and June say, well, okay, we'll work, a couple extra years, and what will that do for us? Well, let's see how long they actually need to work in order to maintain their current lifestyle in retirement. They actually have to work till they're 72, an additional 7 years, not 2. And, well, that's not really what they had in mind either. So, obviously, getting a high rate of return isn't the answer. They don't want to work till they're 72, and $43,000 a year before taxes for the both of them just isn't going to cut it. So what other options do they have? What can they do? Well, that's where we come in. See, our objective, is not only to put you in control of as much money as possible, but in part that deals with eliminating as many transfers as possible that you make every single week, every single month, and every single year. These wealth transfers, you're giving up money for certain expenses. And I'm not talking about lifestyle money, because if I calculate the annual savings amount required for Bob and June to maintain their current lifestyle throughout retirement and get an 8% return on that money, they actually have to save $23,443 a year. Now, they're already saving $10,000, so that's an additional $13,443. Well, if I just tell Bob and June, go home, formulate a plan for me that you guys come up with, that you can, how are you going to be able to save that money? And let's meet up next week and you tell me what you've come up with. What do you think they're going to say? Well, we now feel like we can't afford the vacations that we were taking. I had to downgrade my car, downgrade our house. We feel like we can't afford that high of a mortgage. We can't go out and eat as much. All these expenses that they're looking to cut are lifestyle expenses. Who wants to cut lifestyle expenses? Nobody. It's not desirable at all to even think about doing. So the question is, if I can help you find that money without affecting lifestyle, if we can help you save that $23,000 in order for you to achieve what you want to at retirement, would that be of interest to you? And also, would you want to work with us? So I encourage you guys, the viewers, to go to our How Long Will Your Retirement Last portion of our website, plug in your numbers, and we will show you what your real numbers look like, how long your retirement income will last. And it may be surprising to you. And if it is, let's work together and figure out a way to make sure that the retirement that you're seeking is the retirement that you get. So, till then, I appreciate your time, and I look forward to talking with you soon. Thanks.